Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Zaka takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Welcome along to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the FA Cup semi-final. It's Nottingham Forest against Manchester City taking place at Wembley Stadium today, and they'll be fighting out for a place in the final against Crystal Palace, who knocked out Aston Villa yesterday, which you and myself were spending on that yesterday afternoon. And we're spinning in the off seat, and I'm at Anfield as Liverpool look to win the Premier League title today with a point. Can do it against Spurs. Team news from here coming up in just a moment. But first, let's bring you the team news from the featured match, which is taking place at Wembley Stadium in the company of your match commentator, Paul James.
Yes, thank you, Ross. Well, a couple of surprises in the Nottingham Forest lineup. Starting with the fact that Nico Williams and Ryan Yates are suspended for this game. So Forest have made two changes. First of all, for the FA Cup semi-final, they've brought in 18-year-old Nottingham-born Zach Abbott, who makes his first start today for Nottingham Forest. He hasn't made a start in the Premier League or the FA Cup, but today makes his first start in the semi-final in a real baptism of fire. He steps in for Nico Williams. Callum Hudson-Odoi steps in for Anthony Elanga. For Manchester City, well, they're still without injured goalkeeper Ederson, so Stefan Ortega is still in. Rico Lewis, Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish all come in for Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne and James McAtee. Back to you, Ross, with the team news from Anfield.
Thank you very much there, Paul. And just Trent Alexander-Arnold makes his first start for Liverpool in about 6 weeks after recovering from injury this afternoon. So the team news for Liverpool, they made two changes today for Arne Slot's side. Out goes Conor Bradley and Kostas Tsimikas, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson coming into the side. There is no Joe Gomez or Tyler Morton for Liverpool. They're out with an hamstring and shoulder injury. So Liverpool today will line up as followed. In goal is Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, Mo Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai, Cody Gakpo behind Luis Diaz. The Liverpool bench: Kevin Kelleher, Kostas Tsimikas, João Kwanzaa, Wataru Endo, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Federico Chiesa and Diego Jota. Liverpool can win the Premier League title this afternoon. And Tottenham Hotspur's boss, Ange Postecoglou, under pressure from some of their fans, he has run the changes today. There is 8 changes to his side today. In come Destiny Udogie, Kevin Danso, Ben Davies, Jed Spence in defence, Lucas Bergvall and James Maddison return to midfield, and Dominic Solanke replaces Richarlison in Spurs lineup. In full then is Vicario in goal, Jed Spence, Kevin Danso, Ben Davies and Destiny Udogie across the back. Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray and James Maddison are in the 3-men midfield. Brennan Johnson, Dominic Solanke and Matthias Tell lead the line. On the bench, Anthony Kaninski, Christian Romero, Pedro Porro, Mickey van der Ven, Yves Bissouma, Dejan Kulusevski, Pepe Matasar, Richarlison, Wilson, Oliver. 4-3-3 for Spurs, 4-3-1 for Liverpool. Renaud Dragoston is out with knee injury. Son Heung-min out with a foot injury. The referee at Anfield is Thomas Bramall, assisted by Simon Bennett and Darren Robotham. For officials, Chris Kavanagh here. Video assistant referees Craig Pawson, and the VAR official is Darren Cann. Will Liverpool win the Premier League title today? Tottenham is sending in their way. Can the Reds clinch the Premier League title in front of their own fans and at Anfield this afternoon? And kick-off is very much fast approaching as well at Wembley Stadium. The teams are in the tunnel at Anfield. And the kick-off teams will be getting into the tunnel very, very shortly for the game at Wembley Stadium. But before we bring in Paul for the full coverage of that game, let me just bring in Paul for a second. And Paul, just want to get your thoughts on the FA Cup semi-final we're about to see today. Nottingham Forest against Man City. Should be a good game. You mentioned there's an 18-year-old starting for Nottingham Forest today. What a moment it is.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute incredible moment for this young man. A chance to really stamp his name in the Nottingham Forest lineup. And you can already see, like, when you come out at Wembley, you see this sea of red and blue, and he's just got to try to not let the pressure get to him, not let the moment get to him, but to enjoy the moment, and for a confidence builder, get a good early touch of the ball. And well, it'll be a big day for him. I hope he really, really enjoys it. It'll be a tough game for Nottingham Forest. There's a lot of pride in this Manchester City side, and they will not want to end this season without winning anything. So it's going to be a hard-fought battle today.
Yes, absolutely. Just remind you can see going across the bottom of your screen, Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 1 in the 2 o'clock Premier League kick-off this afternoon. Rasmus Højlund with the equaliser deep into stoppage time there. Stevenage 1, Rotherham 1 in League 1 as well this afternoon. Stevenage with an equaliser in the 92nd minute through Sweeney after Rotherham took an 8th minute lead through Sam Nombe with a finish on the back post. Cleverly taken as well by Sam Nombe for the Millers this afternoon at the Lamb Expo. Sweeney came in late on with the heads to Eddie past Dylan Phillips there as well. But the team knows with the kick-off very much fast approaching at Wembley Stadium and also here at Anfield. Put one final question for me to say to you, Paul. I'm going to my prediction from here first. I'm thinking it's going to be Liverpool 3, Spurs 0 this afternoon. And I also think Forest may just nick it against Man City. I'm going 2-1 to the Reds of Forest. Paul, prediction for both games, my friend.
I think I agree with you. I think Liverpool will walk all over Spurs, probably about 3-0. As for this game I think will be a lot tighter, but I do think Manchester City will win it by the single goal.
Thank you very much there, Paul. The teams are getting ready to come out at Wembley. The team's already out here at Anfield, kicking fast approaching us. You never walk alone. Rings around here at Anfield ahead of kick-off. Can Liverpool win the Premier League title today? Make sure you stay tuned to find out. But right now, it's time for the main match. Updates from Liverpool against Spurs on the way. With time to give you the main match of the afternoon. And of match commentators standing by at Wembley Stadium, talking through the FA Cup semi-final. Let's go first against Man City in the company of Paul James.
Thank you very much, Ross. Well, Nottingham Forest, it's their first semi-final since 1991, where they made the final and was beaten by Spurs. One achievement that the great late Brian Clough could not achieve was to win the FA Cup. Well, Nottingham Forest have gotten through the last 3 rounds consecutively on penalties. So if it goes to penalties today, you have to consider that Nottingham Forest might well be favourites. Nuno Espirito Santo has made a starting lineup which is thus: Matt Sells in goal, Harry Toffolo, Murillo, Nikola Milenkovic and Zach Abbott are the back 4. 18-year-old Zach Abbott making his first start today for Nottingham Forest. Elliot Anderson and Danilo are the 2 holding midfielders, with Callum Hudson-Odoi, Morgan Gibbs-White wearing the captain's armband as a deputy for the suspended Ryan Yates, and Nicholas Dominguez playing behind leading scorer Chris Wood, who's on 21 goals. For Manchester City, this is their last chance to win something this season. They themselves have had an amazing FA Cup, including an 8-0 victory in the 3rd round over Salford, 2-1 over Leyton Orient, 3-1 over Plymouth and 2-1 over Bournemouth. They line up as follows: Still, Ederson not quite fit enough. His position is on the bench, so Stefan Ortega continues to jeopardise in goal. With Nico O'Reilly, Josko Gavardio, Ruben Diaz the captain, and Mateus Nunes is back four. Rico Lewis and Mateo Kovacic are the holding midfielders, with Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, and Savinio playing just behind Omar Mamouche, who is in for the injured Erling Haaland. So let's take a look at the substitutes bench, starting with Nottingham Forest. Taiwo Awonyi, Willy Bolly, and substitute goalkeeper Carlos Miguel. Anthony Alanga, Jota Silva, Marato, Alex Moreno, Ibrahim Sangara, and Raman Sosa. For Manchester City, Manuel Akanji, Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, Ederson, the backup goalkeeper for today, Phil Foden, Ilkay Gundogan, Abdul Qadir Kasanov, Nico Gonzalez, and Vita Reese. Our referee today is Michael Oliver, who's back in a senior official position after being out for a few weeks. He's from Northumberland. Stuart Burton, Dan Cook are his men on the lines. The fourth official is Sam Barrett, with Andy Madley, Craig Taylor, and Jared Gillett all in VAR. Excuse me. So the two teams making their final preparations in their traditional colours today. Forest wearing their red shirts, white shorts and blue socks. City wearing their sky blue shirts, white shorts and sky blue socks. It is a capacity crowd at Wembley Stadium as we take a look at Jack Grealish making his first start for a while. Well, he'll be prepared for this one today. For Nottingham Forest, what a moment this is for them. Many of these players will not be used to playing at Wembley Stadium in such a high-stakes game as a semi-final of the FA Cup. But what a moment it is for them. For City, they'll be used to it. A lot of their players played in Champions League finals, FA Cup finals. Forest are about to get the game underway, attacking the goal to our right here at Wembley Stadium. And Morgan Gibbs-White is just standing over the ball right now. And we're just waiting for Michael Oliver's whistle. And we're underway. And Nottingham Forest, as I said, attacking the goal to our right. Big game this for the Reds. We're going to be bringing you updates, of course, from the the Premier League match as Liverpool take on Tottenham Hotspur. And we'll just long kick here downfield by Matt Sells. Picked up here by by Elliot Anderson, across to Morgan Gibbs-White, as Nottingham Forest looking to create an early build-up here. And it's now down with Dominguez again. And I seem to be just experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment. So I'm just going to hand you over to Russ for an early update of the Liverpool game.
Thank you very much, Paul. It's still Liverpool 0, Tottenham 0. Liverpool had a chance a few minutes ago when Mo Salah killed an effort just wide of the post. Spurs on the attack as it stands right now with James Maddison in possession for Archie Gray. Liverpool started off well. There's a positive atmosphere here at Anfield as Liverpool will do it for the title today, and they could be having a party later on. Could the Red Men of Liverpool. 4 minutes on the clock here. Is Liverpool 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Thank you very much. Well, you've just joined us back, and Manchester City have scored after just 2 minutes. And the goal scorer, we're just going to get the goal scorer for you. But it's an early goal for Manchester City, one we was not expecting. And I'll just talk you through the goal now. Outside of the edge of the area, it was straight to Savinio, I think it was. Let's take a look here. Yes, it was Savinio. No, it was Rico Lewis who struck it in the bottom corner, just from the inside the D. He struck the shot in the bottom corner. And, Manchester City take the 1-goal lead. And it's inside 2 minutes, and that is not what Nottingham Forest would want. But Rico Lewis has given Manchester City the lead, and hopefully we won't have any more technical issues, because that's unfortunate. But Rico Lewis is the goal scorer after just 2 minutes. And Morgan Gibbs-White now just trying to encourage his team, as it's back now with the goalkeeper for Manchester City, Stefan Ortega. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Drops the ball back to Kovacic. So Rico Lewis's goal on 2 minutes is the difference. And the ball is played forward to Rico Lewis again. He drops the ball back here to Ruben Diaz. Diaz holds the ball up here to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva inside the centre circle. Good ball out wide there from Josko Gvardiol to Nico O'Reilly. Gvardiol again, just got the ball inside his own half. Gvardiol just turns away and sends it back to the goalkeeper Stefan Ortega, who releases it to Ruben Diaz. Diaz holds the ball up, an early goal this by Manchester City. I just wonder what that will do to the confidence of Nottingham Forest. It's with Diaz again. He gives the ball out wide there to Savinho. Savinho gets into the penalty area, tries to get the cross, and it's blocked by Murillo. Good play by him. And already Manchester City coming forward looking for more goals. Mateus Nunes with the throw in here. Drops the ball back there. Nunes gets the ball back there from Kovacic. Kovacic now holds the ball up and drops it into the centre circle. There's a quick 1-2 with Ruben Diaz. Diaz now with the ball to Grealish. Grealish drops the ball back to Silva, and it's a long ball by Kovacic looking for Mateus Nunes, but it goes out of play for a throw-in. So with 5 minutes gone here, it's Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1, if you're just joining us. And Nuno Espirito Santo already having a word with his officials. Harry Toffolo is going to take the throw in here. Toffolo, long throw. And going down there was Chris Wood. And I think the referee has given a free kick for the foul on Chris Wood. And it's going to be taken by Murillo. It's about 6 yards inside the touchline, midway inside the Nottingham Forest half. It's cleared downfield, but it only manages to find Ruben Diaz on the edge of his own penalty area, and he can slowly take the ball forward and play it across to O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Gvardiol. Gvardiol holds the ball up and gives it back to Ruben Diaz. Diaz plays the ball over the halfway line looking for Savinho. Savinho drops the ball back to Kovacic. Kovacic to Grealish. Grealish trying to turn away from Dominguez. Gets the ball back to Gvardiol. It's now with Diaz again. Gvardiol again. Plays the ball over the halfway line to O'Reilly. O'Reilly steps back and drops it back there to Gvardiol. Manchester City just patiently building up, and at the moment Nottingham Forest is standing off Manchester City, allowing them to play the game at their own pace. Rico Lewis drops the ball back to Diaz. Diaz to Gvardiol, and Gvardiol sends the ball back to the goalkeeper. And a couple of comments in the comment section. Let's read those out to you. I'm pretty sure most of the Nottingham Forest players would have probably never played at Wembley. Well, not for a big match like this anyway. We've had a chance at Tottenham in the game there, so we're going to go over there now to Ross Vernon. A chance for Liverpool, I believe.
Yes, Paul, and Liverpool is just from a corner. Ball worked into the penalty. He was headed out to the edge of the penalty. Come back in, and Cody Gakpo just put the effort just wide of the post. It was a well taken corner. Vicario punched it to the edge of the penalty. Supposed to lie back in, and then a turn from Gakpo as he brought it down, but he couldn't find the top. Still 0-0, 10 minutes on the clock.
Thank you very much. Back here at Wembley. And here is Ruben Diaz now for Manchester City. Diaz coming forward. Just gives the ball there to Kovacic. Kovacic holds the ball up and drops it back into the centre circle to Gvardiol. Across to Ruben Diaz towards the right-hand side. Played forward there to Savinho, to Rico Lewis, who drops it off now to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva tries to get the cross. They're appealing for handball. And the ball goes out of play. Danilo is adjudged to it. It was Rico Lewis appealing for it. And the arm went straight up by Rico Lewis. Danilo saying it hit his chest. Let's take a look. I think so too. I don't think that was a penalty. That would be incredibly harsh. Rico Lewis's arm went up right away, but there's nothing further going on from that. I think Michael Oliver has reached the right decision there. This is going to be a throw-in now for Manchester City. Mateus Nunes drops the ball back to Ruben Diaz. Diaz down the right-hand side, gives the ball there to Nunes. Nunes drops the ball back. And it's across to Gavardiol. O'Reilly. O'Reilly's first touch let him down there, and a good challenge by Morgan Gibbs-White. He knocks the ball out of play though, and it's a throw-in for Manchester City. On the left-hand side, midway inside their own half of the field, Manchester City looking to come forward again. And here's Bernardo Silva just inside the centre circle, plays the ball over the halfway line. He's looking there for Diaz. He finds actually Nunes down the right-hand side. Here's Rico Lewis, back to Kovacic. Chance for Kovacic as he gets into the area. Oh, he tried to square it back to Jack Grealish, but Murillo just gets in there and puts the ball behind. And there has been a goal at Anfield. Now, we're going to go to Ross in a moment. We have a corner here, so I want us to see this corner. But there has been a goal at Anfield, and we're going to take you over to Ross shortly. But first of all, we're going to see this corner, which is going to be taken by Jack Grealish Savinho rather on the left-hand side. Savinho is going to take this corner, swings it into the 6-yard box. Matt Sells plucks at it, and it goes over onto the far side, and is picked up by Savinho. Savinho holds the ball up, and he just drops the ball, and Nottingham Forest win the ball back, and it's going to be cleared away by Morgan Gibbs-White. Ross, tell us about the goal at Anfield.
Yes, Paul, and you will not believe it when I tell you it is Liverpool 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and it's Dominic Solanke from the right-hand side was whipped in brilliantly by James Madison, and Dominic Solanke managed to head it on beyond Alisson to give Spurs a short lead at Anfield. 12 minutes on the clock. It is Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1. Liverpool 19 points from losing positions this season. Man City the only one who's got more with 20. But Anfield, after just 13 minutes, is Liverpool 0, Tottenham 1.
Oh, big news there. Liverpool have a bit of a hill to climb now if they want to win the Championship this week. So only delaying the inevitable, of course. It's a throw into Manchester City, level with the Nottingham Forest 6-yard box. Down the right-hand side, it's taken quickly by Mateus Nunes. Nunes drops it back to Bernardo Silva. Nunes goes down under the challenge and of the 18-year-old Zach Abbott, and it's going to be a free kick to Manchester City. Comment in the comment section. Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says, no, it can't be, Ross. How are Tottenham scored already? Well, it happens. Spurs are one of these enigmas, I suppose. It seems to beat the teams they're not expected to beat and lose to the teams they are expected to beat. It's a free kick anyway to Manchester City down that right-hand side. It's level with the Forest penalty area. It's about 8 yards in from the touchline, and we've got Savinho and Omar Mamouche. It's Omar Mamouche, but it's a poor free kick. It doesn't beat Danilo, the first man, but Danilo has given the ball away now, and Manchester City have possession back, and Nottingham Forest at the moment are on the back foot. They cannot even get possession of the ball at the moment. City are all over this right now. Here's Gavardiol. Gavardiol to Kovacic. Kovacic across to Jack Grealish. Grealish getting into the penalty area. Out wide to O'Reilly. O'Reilly swings the ball in, and it just takes a deflection and rolls harmlessly through to Matt Sells. As at the moment, excuse me, at the moment Nottingham Forest just not able to get any sustained possession in this game, and it's cleared downfield by Matt Sells. Only manages to find Bernardo Silva, as once again the process starts again for Manchester City, building up from the back. And here's Bernardo Silva. And He plays it across to Gavardio, to O'Reilly over the halfway line. Got a bit of space, Nico O'Reilly. Overlapping on the outside there is Omar Mamouche. Into the middle is Jack Grealish, and Grealish goes down, but no penalty. And goes behind for a goal kick as we take a look at Nico Williams and Ryan Yates, both suspended today. They don't look very happy at the moment, and well they might. And it's a goal kick as Pep Guardiola at the moment got the 1-goal lead. The early goal inside 2 minutes for Rico Lewis. If you're just joining us, has given City the early lead here at Wembley, and so far they've been possession dominant ever since. Here is the number 8, Elliot Anderson. Anderson drops it back to Morgan Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White. There's been there's a VAR check for a goal for Liverpool. We're going to come back to Ross in a moment. Here is Danilo. Danilo plays the ball forward, but it goes off Mateus Nunes and out of play for a throw-in. Ross, why don't you fill us in on what's happened there?
Yes, Paul, it's a brilliant bit of play for Liverpool down the right-hand side. They've played the ball brilliantly, and the ball has come across towards Luis Diaz. I think it's from Dominic Szoboszlai, and he times his run perfectly for me, and the ball is tucked in from close range by Luis Diaz. He thought he'd equalised. The flag was up straight away, and we've seen it again. This will be allowed for me. VAR is still checking it at the moment, but as it stands, still 1-0. I think I'm just getting news over the goal. Goal is stood. Is 1-1. Luis Diaz has equalised. Is Liverpool 1, Tottenham 1 now. Luis Diaz, fantastic goal from close range. As it stands, Liverpool are winning the title today. 1-1.
Well, 1-1 there for Liverpool. Goal by Luis Diaz. You just join us back as Omar Mamouche blazes a shot high and wide and not so handsome into the Nottingham Forest support behind that goal. It's a goal kick now for Nottingham Forest. As Jack Grealish so far heavily involved. Since the goal, Manchester City haven't created much. Matt Sells clears the ball downfield. It's going to be headed on by Toffolo. Toffolo headed it on to Anderson. Anderson just drops it back to Danilo. As Nottingham Forest looking to gain some possession here. It's a long ball over the top here to Zach Abbott. Abbott coming forward now. He drops the ball out wide there to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi drops the ball back to Danilo. This is the most possession Forest have had in the entire game. Danilo drops the ball back there to Dominguez. Dominguez back to Danilo. Danilo chips the ball over to Hudson, headed on there by Morgan Gibbs-White, rather looking for Hudson-Odoi, but nipping in and winning the ball back is Josko Gavardio. And it's played over the top for Mateus Nunes. Over the halfway line now is Nunes. And drops the ball back for the supporting Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's ball just a bit wayward of Kovacic, but it's been able to locate him. And now here's O'Reilly. Goes back to Gavardio. Gavardio holds the ball up and gives it to Ruben Diaz. Diaz forward down the line to Mateus Nunes. Nunes holds the ball up and drops it back to Rico Lewis. Lewis plays the forward ball. And now here is Diaz. Diaz to Grealish. Grealish out wide to O'Reilly. O'Reilly drops the ball back to Kovacic. Gavardio. Diaz. Diaz has got Nunes free on the right hand side. He goes to the left hand side to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly cutting back. And here's Kovacic again. Tries to play the ball through. It's a good interception that time. Good work by Forest. And now Elliot Anderson tries to break away. But it's blocked, and now Savinho has it. Savinho drops the ball back. Quick 1-2 with Nunes, back to Savinho. Savinho holds the ball up, and it's back to Bernardo Silva. Silva gives the ball to Nunes. Nunes tries to find Savinio, but it's cleared out of play by Murillo. You'll have to excuse me. And its ball is from the throw and is played through to Savinio. And it goes behind for a corner ball. Sorry about my throat today. Corner to Manchester City. And it's going to be Bernardo Silva that's going to take it. And it's swung in by Bernardo Silva towards the back post, headed up into the air. It's bouncing around there. Nico O'Reilly trying to find it. It was hacked away by Milenkovic. Only as far as Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva swings it in, and it's plucked out of the air by Matt Sells. Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. We've had 19 minutes gone here. 1-1 in the other game between Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur, as Liverpool chasing the Premier League title today. Matt Sells now clears the ball downfield. Comfortable header by Nunes, but actually only manages to find Dominguez. And here is number 10, Morgan Gibbs-White for Forest. Danilo. Back to Dominguez again, plays forward there. That was laid off there by Elliot Anderson, but only finds Bernardo Silva. And now Savinio breaking forward for Manchester City. Checking inside Savinio. Oh, that's a good challenge by Elliot Anderson, chasing all the way back for that. And he gives the ball to Danilo. Danilo forward to Gibbs-White, and Gibbs-White under the challenge there. That is not going to be a free kick. And Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming says the only thing Liverpool don't want is Tottenham to score another. The ball is played forward there, looking for Grealish. Nipping in and winning that ball is Zach Abbott, back to the goalkeeper, and it's cleared downfield. Header won there by Ruben Diaz. Diaz plays the ball looking for Bernardo Silva, but it's Chris Wood that nips in and wins that one, as Forest now coming forward. It's a long ball by Gibbs-White forward. It's cleared away there by Gvardiol, but only... Oh, here's an opportunity now. And Elliot Anderson just tried to get in, but it's a really good challenge by Ruben Diaz inside the penalty area. And it goes back to the goalkeeper, and here's Bernardo Silva. And now then, picked up here by Ruben Diaz. And back to the Bernardo Silva. To Mateus Nunes, just over the halfway line. Dropped back by Bernardo Silva. And a quick 1-2 here. Bernardo Silva moves into the middle of the park. Bernardo Silva holds the ball up. There's been another goal at Anfield. We'll go right over there with City inside their own half. Go ahead, Russ.
Yes, and it's Liverpool 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Normality is resumed here at Anfield, and it's Alexis McAllister with a right-footed effort from the penalty area straight into the roof of the net. Nothing Vicario could have done about that one. Liverpool thought they took the lead a few moments ago, and they had another goal to Salah for offside. This time Salah in behind, ball across to Cody Gapper, and Salah was in an offside position. Well, this one will not be disallowed. Alexis McAllister from the edge of the penalty area rifles it into the back of the net from the edge of the box, and Liverpool now are 2-1 in front at Anfield, and it could well be part of the here on Merseyside. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1.
Well, Stefan Ortega clears the ball, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Not the best clearance by the German international, and Nottingham Forest will have a throw-in midway inside the Manchester City half of the field. It's going to be taken by Harry Toffolo. Toffolo looking for options here, as Forest have really yet to... They've barely gotten into Manchester City's penalty area in this game so far, and it's been a very one-sided game. But chances, despite all of Manchester City's possession, they really haven't forced Matt Sells into any real save. There's been the one goal, and that's it for all the possession that they've had. Here's Harry Toffolo now for Forest, going down the left-hand side. There's a quick 1-2 with Elliot Anderson, and Toffolo's ball looking for Nicolas Dominguez was comfortably played back to the goalkeeper by Ruben Diaz. The heads go up and cleared away. It's going to be a free kick to Nottingham Forest. There's a Forest player down right now, and I think Ruben Diaz wants to find out why. But I didn't see an awful lot wrong with that myself, as the Nottingham Forest owner there, Evangelico Marinakis, is in the box at Wembley there, just in an executive box there. He's just gone back inside. Probably not happy with what he's seen so far, but Murillo now has an opportunity with a free kick. Can he create something for Forest here? Murillo launches the ball into the penalty area. The heads go up. It's headed out by Kovacic, and it's offside. Well, Elliot Anderson was ready to launch the ball back into the penalty area, but Milenkovic was in an offside position. We've got Daryl Gattaro in the line. He says to the finals, City 3-1. Daryl, thanks for joining us. Let us know where you're listening from, and feel free to hit the subscribe button and like button if you haven't already done so. Thanks for listening to us. We appreciate it. And here is Ruben Diaz from Manchester City. Plays the ball to Mateus Nunes. Nice flick pass to Bernardo Silva. Back to Ruben Diaz, and it's great turn by Mateus Nunes, and he goes down there though under the challenge. It's going to be a throw-in to Nottingham Forest. No free kick given to City there. 25 minutes gone here. Still 1-0 to Manchester City. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Quick 1-2 there with Dominguez. Now it's with Morgan Gibbs-White. A potential target for Manchester City is Morgan Gibbs-White. It's with Dominguez now for Nottingham Forest, just over the halfway line. Launched down to the right-hand side there to Harry Toffolo. Chasing it is Callum Hudson-Odoi, but winning it is Bernardo Silva. Excuse me. It's cleared away to the halfway line. And Daryl Gattaro is listening in from Zimbabwe. Wow. What's the weather like there? I suppose it's very nice. Probably warmer than where I am. Here's Nico O'Reilly, and picked up by Gavardio. Gavardio gives the ball to Ruben Diaz, the captain for Manchester City. Diaz just gives the ball to Bernardo Silva. He's got the ball midway inside his own half of the field, and he's just going to hold the ball up there. And he gives the ball now to Kovacic. Kovacic just gets in there ahead of the challenge of Dominguez. And now here's O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Omar Mamouche. And back there to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva holds the ball up. Long ball over to the right-hand side to Mateus Nunes. Nunes trying to go to the byline. Can he get there, Mateus Nunes? He gets the cross in, and it's headed away that time by Zach Abbott. Trying to bring the ball under control here is Morgan Gibbs-White, but Nico O'Reilly wins the ball. Turns away from Danilo. O'Reilly with a shot. It's just wide. Oh, what an opportunity. Nico O'Reilly, he was about 25 yards out. Got a really good effort on goal there. It was a brilliant turn on Danilo, one of which the Brazilian would have been proud of. And a big effort there by Nico O'Reilly. It's just wide of the goal. And Nottingham Forest are living dangerously at the moment inside their own half of the field. Matt Sells has the ball now, clears it downfield. The ball's played forward. Murillo picks up the ball, and it's hacked away by Harry Toffolo into the Manchester City half of the field. Chris Wood unable to bring that ball under control, and Manchester City have the ball back now with Mateus Nunes. And Manchester City, technically at the moment, really in cruise control. Here's Bernardo Silva. Forest, of course, has beaten Manchester City at the City Ground once this season, 1-0. But to be honest with you, City have the dominance in this fixture. The two teams have met each other 106 times, with Forest winning 34, 28 draws and 44 wins for City. The ball is played to Matheus Nunes down the right-hand side. He gets the crossing quickly. It's cleared away by Murillo. Can Anderson keep it in? He does, successfully. Anderson holds the ball up and plays it to Danilo. Danilo across to Morgan Gibbs-White. Great long ball by Gibbs-White. Chasing it is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Can Forest do something with this? But he's in an offside position, and a look of frustration on the face of Callum Hudson-Odoi. So with 28 minutes gone, let's get an update from Anfield from Russ Vernon.
Thank you very much, Paul. 31 minutes on the clock here. It's still Liverpool 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. If you're just joining us, Tottenham took the lead through Dominic Solanke, but goals from Liverpool coming from Luis Diaz and Alexis McAllister has turned this game around and put Liverpool in the driving seat for the Premier League title race and declare that title today. They've got just needing a point to get it, and they're on course to getting 3 as they've just won a corner after a brilliant play by Mo Salah down the right hand side just as you joined us. So coming up towards 32 minutes on the clock, it is Liverpool 2, Tottenham 1. Liverpool having a corner to be taken.
Well, here's Rico Lewis now, plays the ball to Savinho. Savinho tries to get a shot away and it's blocked. Cleared away there by Zach Abbott, rather up in the air and with too much distance. Jack Grealish trying to bring the ball under control, and he slips the ball to Omar Mamouche. Mamouche releases it to O'Reilly. Good play by O'Reilly. And drops the ball back there to Gvardiol, and it's now found Grealish. Grealish finds Savinho. City streaming forward in numbers once again. It's out wide here to Matheus Nunes. Nunes drops the ball back there to Savinho. Savinho holds the ball up. Good work by Savinho across there to Kovacic. Kovacic gives it a quick 1-2 with Jack Grealish. And the ball is back now with Grealish again. He's got some space in front of him. He's got options left and right. Gives the ball to Savinho down the right-hand side. Cuts inside Savinho. And it's cleared away by Murillo, who just slams the ball off Savinho and behind for a goal kick as he tries to raise the noise of the Nottingham Forest crowd. Daryl Gotara says Tottenham can't maintain a lead, and that is true. And it looks like the title is swinging to Anfield this year as they are winning 2-1. But here at Wembley, Manchester City are on course for an FA Cup final if they can continue to play the way that they are doing. They are currently well in control of Nottingham Forest. Matt Sells clears the ball downfield. Good header there by Ruben Diaz. It's now with Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, well, from almost the halfway line, goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. And, well, an interesting play there, all the way back to Stefan Ortega. But here's City coming forward now with Diaz, gives the ball to Gvardiol. Gvardiol to Kovacic. Kovacic streaming over the halfway line now. Kovacic plays the ball out wide here. Really good pass there by Rico Lewis to the number 27, Matheus Nunes. Back to Omar Mamouche. Well, this is impressive stuff by City. Down the right-hand side there to Nunes. Back to Bernardo Silva. Savinho picks up the ball here. Savinho drops it back to Nunes. Omar Mamouche just gets his foot in there, gets the ball back to Bernardo Silva. Diaz. Good ball by Kovacic to Rico Lewis, the goal scorer. Tries to find Bernardo Silva, but Chris Wood nips in and wins the ball back. Oh, what a good challenge there by Bernardo Silva. But Forest win the ball back, and under pressure there goes Elliot Anderson under the challenge, and it's going to be a free kick actually for Nottingham Forest. Media, radio, jingles and games says surely we have got another surely Liverpool, the title is in their hands now. There has been another goal at Anfield. We're going to go there now, Ross.
Yes, and surely the Liverpool have got their hands on the title. It is now Liverpool 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. It was from that corner I told you about last time I was with you. Alexis McAllister takes the corner, comes to Cuddy Gap on the edge of the penalty area after collecting it well, took it past two Tottenham players for drilling it into the bottom corner. It is now Liverpool 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Liverpool have got the title now. Surely they're going to throw this away.
Well, you rejoin us back as we just had a chance for Chris Wood from the ball across from Callum Hudson-Odoi. And Chris Wood just couldn't get enough of a foot on it to divert it home. So we are still 1-0. And here's Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Diaz is just inside his own half of the field. Diaz drops the ball back. And it's back to the goalkeeper, Stefan Ortega. Ortega launches the ball long downfield. Flicked on there, and Morgan Gibbs-White just wins the ball back and drops it back to the 18-year-old Zach Abbott, and it's now with Murillo. Abbott again plays the ball forward, looking for Callum Hudson-Odoi, but nipping in and winning that ball back is Mateo Kovacic from Manchester City. Looking for Bernardo Silva, there was too much power in that, and it gets away from Bernardo Silva. But here's Harry Toffolo for Nottingham Forest. Picked up by Danilo. Danilo to Dominguez. Dominguez drops the ball back into his own half of the field. And here's Danilo again. Plays the ball forward here to Morgan Gibbs-White. Out wide to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Can Forest create something now? Hudson-Odoi goes down under the challenge. And Nico O'Reilly is fouled by Morgan Gibbs-White. And it's going to be a free kick. And well, Daryl Gutara says game over for Tottenham. I quite agree. That is definitely done for the Spurs now. They are they're out of it, I think, at this point. And Liverpool are not going to give up a 3-1 lead with a chance to win the league at Anfield. Of course, the last time Liverpool won the league was when we had the COVID crisis, and there was nobody there at Anfield to celebrate it. So this will be a good day for the Liverpool supporters. Here is Savinho. Back to Rico Lewis. He's got the only goal of the game, Rico Lewis. Inside 2 minutes, his goal is separating these two teams. And here is Rico Lewis again. Drops the ball back to Nunez. Nunez sends the ball back into his own half of the field to Ruben Diaz. Diaz goes all the way back to Ortega. Ortega across to Gvardiol. Gvardiol back to the goalkeeper again. We've got less than 10 minutes before half time in this game, and at the moment Nottingham Forest have not been in it really. It's been Manchester City from start to finish in this first half really. Although despite all the possession that they've had, chances have been at a premium for City. Nottingham Forest have defended very, very well. Here's Grealish. Over the halfway line, good pass there to Savinho. Savinho now coming forward, he's got 3 Forest players around him. Savinho, it's blocked that time and cleared away there by Morgan Gibbs-White. Only as far as O'Reilly, he's right on the halfway line. This Manchester City youngster, Nico O'Reilly, has been very, very impressive since he's come into this Manchester City lineup. And I remember seeing him in Bournemouth against Bournemouth in one of the earlier rounds, and the ball is played forward by Bernardo Silva, looking for Rico Lewis again, but this time Forest get the ball away. It's into the Manchester City half and picked up by Gvardiol. It's Josko Gvardiol again now for Manchester City. Played to Ruben Diaz. Diaz across to Bernardo Silva. O'Reilly. Daryl Gutara says Liverpool's once in 5 years league win. I'm taking it, Daryl, you're a Manchester City fan. That's okay. Here's number 3, Ruben Diaz, coming forward there to Rico Lewis. Gives the ball to Mateus Nunes. And holding the ball up well there is Savinho. Drops it back to Nunes again, all the way back to the halfway line to Ruben Diaz. Diaz holds the ball up forward and over the halfway line to Jack Grealish. It goes all the way back again to Gavardiol. Gavardiol goes back to the goalkeeper, German international Stefan Ortega. And here's Bernardo Silva. Over the halfway line. He's got options left and right. He just drops the ball there to Kovacic. Kovacic now out wide. And it's Omar Mamouche now for City. Omar Mamouche cuts inside. Oh, it was looking for the long ball for Mateus Nunes. But that was really read well by Murillo. And clears the ball very, very effectively all the way back to the halfway line for a throw-in for Manchester City. As the Nottingham Forest fans looking a bit downbeaten here. And well, they might, because they've been nowhere near in this first half. 6 minutes to go until half-time. Be interesting to see what Nuno Espirito Santo does at half-time. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Ruben Diaz. Lewis. Good ball out wide there to Grealish. Grealish holds the ball up well. Kovacic. Diaz. Nunes out on this right-hand side. Corner of the penalty area, Nunes. Let's see what he can do. Cuts inside there. He's got Harry Toffolo for... Anderson for company. Anderson just nips in and wins that ball back effectively. Elliot Anderson gets the ball back to Murillo, who clears the ball away from danger, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. As we've got 5 minutes to go till half-time in this, the second FA Cup semi-final. Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. Crystal Palace already through to the final after their 3-0 victory over Aston Villa, are waiting to see who they get in the FA Cup final. They've never won the FA Cup before. They've been through to the final twice, once in 1990 and the other in 2016. And they lost both games to Manchester United in 1990 after a replay where the first game was one of the best FA Cup finals I've ever seen. Here's Mateus Nunes, throws it back to Bernardo Silva. Silva trips over the ball. He's under pressure by two Forest players. Elliot Anderson wins the ball back, but only manages to find Savino. Savino tries to get away from Denilson. Denilson gets his foot in and puts the ball out of play. Danny Guitarra says City must maintain. Well, at the moment, I don't think they've got much options now. Apparently, Tottenham are wanting a penalty, not given by referee Thomas Bramall. It's a throw into Nottingham Forest. Ross, why don't you tell us about that and just give us an update of the game in general?
Yes, it's still Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1, 43 minutes on the clock. It was a fantastic bit of play by Tottenham down the right-hand side. They pulled the ball in towards the back post when Matthias Tell was arriving. And also was Ibrahima Konate, managed to get a slight touch onto the ball. He then takes Matthias Tell, but he gets enough of the ball for me first for it not to be a penalty. And Thomas Bramall has got that decision spot on for me. He's still Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1. No penalty was given there. Correct call.
Thank you, Ross. The ball is played out wide here, looking for Harry Toffolo. Toffolo is right by the corner flag. Tries to get across him, but that's well blocked by Josko Gavardiol, who tries to win the ball back and heads towards his own penalty area. I'm not sure that was the brightest move. Nipping in and trying to win the ball back is Toffolo once again, but the ball goes behind for a goal kick. And it is Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. And it is not looking great for Nottingham Forest right now. And as I sit and watch this game, I just at the moment don't see Forest gaining enough possession, creating enough inroads in the Manchester City defence to really cause City any harm whatsoever. Here's Gavardiol. Midway inside his own half, he goes to the long ball to Mateus Nunes down the right-hand side. Nunes coming forward again. He's getting a lot of joy down that right-hand side. He swings the cross in, cleared away by Abbott. Only as far as Bernardo Silva. Silva to O'Reilly. And it's out wide there to Grealish. Across to Omar Mamouche. Mamouche just holds the ball up. He's at the corner of the penalty area on the left-hand side. He goes down under the challenge of Zach Abbott, the 18-year-old, giving away the free kick there. 4 minutes of stoppage time in the game at Anfield. We've still got 2 minutes of regular time at the end of this first half, plus whatever's time the fourth official chooses to add on. But we'll wait and see for that. It's a free kick for Manchester City, corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. This is a very dangerous position. Núñez is in there, O'Reilly, Gavardiol are all in there. Bernardo Silva and Omar Mamouche is standing up to take this, with Savinho and Kovacic lurking with intent on the edge of the area. It's crossed in towards the back post and headed away there. Out of play for a throw-in, and that's a good play by Harry Toffolo, who got his head onto that. And it's going to be a throw-in right by the corner flag, which Matheus Núñez is going to take. A minute to go at the end of this first half. It's Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. Matheus Núñez with a throw-in to Bernardo Silva, back to Núñez. Good challenge there by Elliot Anderson, and it comes off the Manchester City wing back, and it's going to be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. Well, time ticking down at the end of this first half. I suspect Pep Guardiola has to be satisfied with his team's performance. They've not really had to get out of first gear as Toffolo plays the ball forward from the throw-in. Finally reaches Callum Hudson-Odoi after missing a number of City players. Manchester City win the ball back with Bernardo Silva, and it's picked up here by Kovacic. Kovacic drops the ball back into his own half of the field to Ruben Diaz. Kovacic again holds the ball up. It's game management time really for City at this point. Across to Gavardiol. We're still waiting for there's 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Not surprising, the game has been fairly free-flowing. Is Gavardiol. He launches the ball forward looking for Nico O'Reilly. Headed down well there and picked up and back to the goalkeeper by Milenkovic. Good work by him. It's cleared by Matt Sells, and Elliot Anderson wins the ball well in midfield. It's down the left-hand side, and Harry Toffolo is on his way now for Nottingham Forest. He tries to play the ball off Savinho. Looking to try to keep the ball in play is Núñez. He does well there and plays it back to his goalkeeper Ortega, who clears the ball downfield over the halfway line. And it's picked up by Milenkovic there to Murillo. Back to Milenkovic again. Across there to Dominguez. Dominguez manages to find Elliot Anderson, goes back to Milenkovic. And that's it, that's half-time. The referee, Michael Oliver, blows for half-time. And a goal inside 2 minutes by Rico Lewis is the difference at the end of this first half. Nottingham Forest really have not created much, they've not threatened much. City have had much of the possession, but have not really been able to create too much more since the early goal. So at half-time at Wembley Stadium in this second FA Cup semi-final, it's Manchester City 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Back to you, Ross.
Thank you very much, Paul. And Tottenham just trying to knock the ball around well here just before half-time in our game as well. Here's Spence to Archie Gray down the line, looking for Lucas Bergvall. It runs out of play. They're into the panel. Minute of stoppage at the end of this first half. But as I speak, the half-time whistle has gone here at Anfield as well. Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1 is the scoreline at Anfield. First goal of the game come through Dominic Solanke, heading home a corner from James Maddison. Luis Diaz equalised after a lengthy VAR check after Dominic Soboslai was adjudged to have been onside. He was correctly given there as well. Alexis McAllister then thundered home a strike to put Liverpool 2-1 into the lead before Cody Gakpo made it 3-1 and surely giving Liverpool the Premier League title this afternoon. So at half-time at Anfield is Liverpool 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1 as well. Now it's also half-time between Nottingham Forest and Manchester City, where Manchester City are leading by 1-0 at the break there. Let's run you through some of the other games taking place today in the Women's Champions League. Chelsea 1, Barcelona 4. Chelsea jumped out of the Women's Champions League at the semi-final stage. They lost 8-2 on aggregate. Barcelona through to the Women's Champions League final. Latest score after 80 minutes is Olympique Lyonnais 0, Arsenal 1, 2-2 on aggregate there. So as it stands, that's heading to extra time. Earlier on, it finished Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 1 in the Premier League at half time. And my game is Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1, which you heard updates on throughout. Also, our full-time scores in the WSL, the Women's Super League. Liverpool 2, Tottenham 2 in the Women's League. So Tottenham women are doing better than the Tottenham men's side are doing right now. Crystal Palace 1, West Ham 7 in the Women's Super League. Also in the Women's Super League, Everton 2, Brighton & Hove Albion 3, and Leicester City 0, Manchester City 1. In League 1, you finished Birmingham City 4, Mansfield Town 0, and Stevenage 1, Rotherham United 1 there. As well in the Women's English Championship, full-time scores in here. Bristol City 2, Sunderland 3, London City Lionesses 1, Durham 1, Newcastle 1, Birmingham 1, Portsmouth 4, Blackburn 0, Sheffield United 2, Southampton 3, Spanish La Liga, Villarreal 1, Espanyol 0 is a full-time there. Full-time in the Bundesliga, Bochum 1, Union Berlin 1, half-time Werder Bremen 0, St. Pauli 0 there as well. In the Italian Serie A, excuse me, it's Como 1, Genoa 0 is a full-time score, as is Venezia 0, AC Milan 2, Fiorentina 2, Empoli 1, Inter 0, Roma 1. 20 minutes on the clock is Juve 1, Monza 0. Evening kickoffs for Atalanta against Lecce and Napoli against Torino, both at 7:45 this evening. So there's your scores on the doors from around the ground as well. As you heard in your main match commentary this afternoon, Nottingham Forest trailing by a goal to 0 to Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-finals there as well. We're just going to take a quick break right now, but when we return, we get the analysis of our featured game in the FA Cup from Paul James, plus some analysis from the game at Anfield as well. Liverpool are on course to getting the Premier League title as it stands. Half time, Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1, and in our main match, Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester City 1. Join us again shortly. Welcome back to the second half coverage of our feature match between Nottingham Forest and Manchester City. Manchester City leading by a goal to nil thanks to Rico Lewis's second minute strike in the FA Cup at Wembley Stadium. In my match at Anfield, Liverpool leading by 3-1 after falling behind through Dominic Solanke's early effort. But thanks to goals from Luis Diaz, Alexis McAllister and Cody Gakpo, Liverpool have turned this game around. And before we give you some analysis from my game in just a moment, let's just bring in Paul James, who's been watching our main match this afternoon. And Paul, Man City leading by a goal to, said Nottingham Forest have yet to really get into it. Is it just been pure domination then from Manchester City then?
Yeah, I mean, when I say pure dominance in terms of possession, yes. Dominance in creating chances, no. They've had the ball a lot, but they haven't, since the goal, they haven't really forced Matt Sells into anything. I think Nottingham Forest, if you want to look at the positive side of their play in the first half, they have defended very well.
If you look at Forest to get back into this game, Paul, what do you think they need to do more of in the second half?
I would be looking at bringing Anthony Elanga on for Nicolas Dominguez. I think I would have those two on either side, might create some problems. Certainly Nico O'Reilly is basically doing very, very well for Manchester City. He's preventing the attack on that left-hand side. From that right-hand side with Callum Hudson-Odoi. So I think at the moment changes need to be made at the moment. I think at the moment the City have got it too easy right now. They're not creating anything at Nottingham Forest. They're not having possession long enough to create anything. And it looks like Anthony Elanga is actually coming on now, as from what I can see. Let's see, is it going to be Dominguez, I wonder?
Yes, so Paul, I was waiting for that confirmation now of that change. What Man City leading by a goal to nil? Do you think City will be, say if he finishes 1-0, do you think they'll be happy with how they've played today, Man City, with what they've played so far?
I don't see any reason why not. They've played very well. They just haven't created enough. I think if I was Pep Guardiola, I'd be saying, look at creating more chances. You want to break down that Nottingham Forest defence, because one goal is not enough. We all know that it doesn't take long for a team to score a goal. And Nottingham Forest have been famous for not having possession for most of the game and popping up and scoring goals. So this is nothing new. So I think, to be honest with you, they're going to have to. They're going to be wanting to get maybe a goal or two more just to secure their place in the final.
Yes, and we're almost ready for the second half. And in the FA Cup semi-final, Nottingham Forest trailing by a goal to nil against Manchester City. We're almost getting ready to come back out at Anfield as well for the second half in the Premier League as well, waiting for kick-off in both of those games. Let's see who's been replacing, who's coming on, what Anthony Elanga's coming on for then. Ready for your second half commentary. Time for me to hand back over to match commentator, Paul James.
Yes, thanks very much. It's Danilo who is making way, incidentally. So the second half is going to get underway shortly. How that happened. Just give me a moment here. Seem to have lost my thing for a moment there. So Danilo has come off. Anthony Elanga is on. And the second half is about to get underway here very, very shortly. As we are waiting for the referee just to get the two teams together at the centre of the park. There's no further changes, just that from what I can see. So the second half is about to get underway here now. And Manchester City are going to be attacking the goal to our left in the second half, and they're going to get the game underway as Anthony Elanga is on for Danilo, which probably means that the Nicolas Dominguez will drop into the holding midfield role, and Anthony Elanga will be out on the right-hand side with Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left. So the free kick, the kickoff is taken, and we are underway. It's cleared by Stefan Ortega into the Manchester City half, into the Nottingham Forest half of the field, and it's headed out of play, and it's going to be a throw in to Manchester City. Second half has just kicked off at Anfield as well, as O'Reilly takes a throw in for Manchester City, just trying to get away from Alanga. I can see perhaps the intent here by Nuno Espirito Santo to add a little bit of pace to that right hand side, with Nico O'Reilly showing himself to be very, very quick as well. The header on there by Ruben Diaz, and up in the air there goes Morgan Gibbs-White, and here's Callum Hudson-Odoi now for Nottingham Forest. Callum Hudson-Odoi in the middle! Oh, and a chance for Alanga! Oh, what an opportunity! That should have been 1-1 right there. Oh, the ball across. This was a brilliant move to Callum Hudson-Odoi. We've seen it so many times. Hudson-Odoi plays the ball into the middle. Nobody could catch Anthony Alanga there as he streamed towards goal, gets a touch on it, but puts it just wide of Ortega's goal. So close there. And now that will give some heart to Nottingham Forest. Now, as they will attempt to try to create more in this second half to get back into this game. I'm just going to go over to Russ to see if there's been any changes at Anfield at the start of the second half.
No changes here, Paul. Everything as you were in the start of the second half, as Liverpool win an early free kick for a foul on Dominic Szoboszlai by Ben Davies. It's still Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1, 2 minutes gone in the second half.
All right, as we take a look at this chance again, it was a beautiful ball in by Alanga. Oh, look at that. How close was that? It's a throw into Nottingham Forest, and it's Callum Hudson-Odoi to Dominguez. Back to Hudson-Odoi. It bounces off Callum Hudson-Odoi and cleared away. And here's Dominguez for Forest. And Murillo. Long ball looking for Morgan Gibbs-White. Winning the header there is Nico O'Reilly. But it's won back by Forest. But it's a free kick for the foul on by Anderson there on Rico Lewis. So a free kick to Manchester City. And Manchester City just hold the ball up now, waiting to take this free kick. So close there for Nottingham Forest. Really caught Manchester City sleeping there. And gives the ball to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly goes back to Ortega. And here's Diaz. Diaz forward there to Rico Lewis, to Mateus Nunes. Nunes holds the ball up. Takes a step back and goes back into his own half of the field to Ruben Diaz. He's got Gvardiol alongside him. And here's Bernardo Silva. Lifts the ball over to Gvardiol. It's a good pass. Gvardiol holds it up. Still 1-0 to Manchester City. It's out wide to O'Reilly. O'Reilly plays the ball there to the number 7, Omar Mamouche. Mamouche drops the ball back. Russ has informed me there were in fact a couple of subs for Tottenham. We'll get his thoughts on that in a moment, but here is Diaz. Diaz forward to Nunes off Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis gets the ball back. It's a good ball out wide to Savinho. Savinho to Rico Lewis. Lewis tries to beat Sells at his near post. That's no good. That's a comfortable save. But City still coming forward now. It's Nunes. Nunes holds the ball up, gets a shot again. It's a good save by Sells. It's blocked. Is that ball over the line? They're claiming it, and the referee has shook his head. He said that ball didn't cross the line. Let's take a look at it again. It was a good save by Matt Sells first and initially, and then the shot was deflected. It's not even on the line, I don't think. Good save. The shot coming in was from Kovacic. They might have actually been claiming for the penalty, in fact. Kovacic's shot because it actually hit the backhand of Zach Abbott. Nothing has been given, no goal, no penalty. It's going to be a corner to Manchester City as they themselves come in close at the start of this second half. Corner going to be taken by Omar Mamouche on this left-hand side. It's swung in, and the header is on, and it's in! And it's a goal by Josko Gvardiol, and that gives City the 2-goal lead. And Josko Gvardiol is the goal scorer. And it's a header on the back post, and a goal early on again, this time early on in the second half. And it's enough to give Manchester City the 2-goal lead. And look at this cross towards the back post. And for the first time really in this game, Nottingham Forest defence not really on the ball here. It was a comfortable header, jumping up, trying to meet it was Murillo, but he was at the wrong side of him, was Murillo really. And the header by Gvardiol beats Matt Sells, and it is 2-0 to Manchester City, as it looks like now that they will be going on to the FA Cup final to take on Crystal Palace. As well, I have to say, really, in my mind, I'm not entirely surprised. City, for the most part, have been the better team in this game. Let's see what Forest can produce. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi now. Just steps back and plays the ball there to Milenkovic. Milenkovic drops the ball back to Murillo. Murillo now. Long ball forward. Chasing this one in the penalty area. It's chested down. Oh, and it was Morgan Gibbs-White who chested the ball down, trying to find it, but it was away from the New Zealand international and cleared out of play for a throw into Forest. And here is Elliot Anderson, gives the ball to Dominguez. Back to Dominguez again. And Dominguez just holds the ball up. Lifts the ball over the top to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi, corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Here's Murillo, the cross coming in. Morgan Gibbs-White trying to win the header there. It was hooked away by Kovacic, but only as far as Dominguez. And Dominguez only manages to give the ball away to Lewis. And now Rico Lewis for Manchester City. He's dispossessed, is he there? No, he's fouled, in fact, and it's going to be a free kick. And Daryl Gatora says one more. Yes, one more indeed, and it's 2-0 at the moment to Manchester City. Another one, and it certainly would be over, I think. I think the next goal in this game is extremely important. Still 3-1 at Anfield, as it looks like Liverpool are marching on to the Premier League title. As a party in Liverpool tonight. As we take a look on at the Nottingham Forest fans, who are at the moment just looking very, very despondent. It's with Matt Sells in the Nottingham Forest goal. Sells clears the ball downfield over the halfway line. Header won by O'Reilly, but it looks like that's going to roll out of play. Zach Abbott now has the ball for the throw-in. He throws it to Dominguez. Dominguez to Nikola Milenkovic. Milenkovic goes back to the goalkeeper. And Ross, why don't you tell us about those substitutions and just give us a general all-round update at the start of your second half.
Yes, we've played around about 10 minutes of the second half. Liverpool have been the more dominant side in the terms of the team with more possession and chances at the start of this second half. The two changes for Spurs: Archie Gray has gone off along with James Maddison. On come Pape Matar and Dejan Kulusevski. I was surprised with the Maddison substitution. I felt he was more than one of the more danger players for Spurs in that first period. But as it stands, it's still Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1. Liverpool will be in party mode very shortly as Liverpool on the front foot. Salah, Szoboszlai towards Gravenberch. Destiny Udogie there, back helping the Spurs defence out. Brilliantly piece of defending. It remains Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1. Liverpool on course for the Premier League title this evening.
Well, thank you, Ross. While you've been away, a yellow card for Jack Grealish has been given for a high foot, and I think it was Nikola Milenkovic that went down, and he's back on his feet now, and okay. But Jack Grealish has picked up the yellow card for that challenge, as the ball goes back to Stefan Ortega. Ortega having to come out and meet that ball with Chris Wood lurking. And it's a long ball by Bernardo Silva looking for Nico O'Reilly, and out of play. It's back with Milenkovic. Milenkovic drops the ball back to the goalkeeper, and it's cleared away there, forward over the halfway line and out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Manchester City. Anthony Elanga, well, he's already had one chance in this game, certainly Forest's best chance of the entire game. Might have been a different story had he put that in the net. Would have been 1-1, but then Josko Gvardiol scoring. It's a throw into Manchester City. Taken quickly, thrown looking for Rico Lewis. Lewis unable to control it correctly, and Forest win the ball back. Here's Murillo, inside his own half of the field. And across to Zach Abbott. Abbott goes back to the goalkeeper, Matt Sells. Matt Sells backs up and launches the ball downfield. And the header is won by Gvardiol. And back to Morgan Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White across there to Toffolo. It's now with Dominguez to Milenkovic. Milenkovic just trying to get away from Grealish. Backs it up to Murillo. Murillo out wide here to Toffolo. Toffolo forward there to Elanga, to Elliot Anderson. Back to Murillo again. And back to the goalkeeper, cleared downfield. And the header is won there by Gvardiol, the scorer of the second goal. Good defending by him. Manages to head the ball down and keep possession. Gives the ball to Bernardo Silva. Back to Gvardiol, and here's Kovacic. Here's Ruben Diaz. Diaz storming over the halfway line. Forward there to Lewis. And now here's Bernardo Silva again. Silva to O'Reilly. Forward to Lewis. Back here to Diaz. Diaz now over the halfway line. Forward to Jack Grealish, who, well, Nikola Milenkovic goes into the back of Jack Grealish. And the referee has now got a bit of a problem, because Milenkovic did not want to allow that free kick to be taken, and it looks like it's now going to, the free kick is now going to be taken amidst all the melee. Apparently Liverpool have been claiming a penalty. It's not been given. So City fans are on their feet at the moment, obviously very happy with the way things are going right now. A third goal, I think, would essentially kill the game. And the free kick is going to be taken, I think, here by Bernardo Silva. It's a high line by Forest, right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Bernardo Silva just chips the ball over the top, looking for Mateus Nunes, but Nunes not able to reach it. And it goes behind for a goal kick. Daryl Gutierrez says Nottingham has a disappointing play today. Yeah, they've not been the best at all this season, apart from really the one chance. They've not really created much. VAR have checked the penalty appeal at Liverpool. It has not been given. Here is Zach Abbott now. Plays the ball forward looking for Anthony Elanga. Elanga goes down under the challenge of Omar Mamouche, and it's going to be a free kick for Nottingham Forest. It's taken quickly. Here goes Elanga now. Elanga getting towards the byline. Can he get the cross in? It's deep into the penalty area. It's won by Diaz with the header. And it's knocked back here now to Gvardiol. Gvardiol puts his foot through it and clears the ball. Only as far as Milenkovic. Milenkovic to Anderson. Forest now trying to create something. If they can get one goal back, they will make this very interesting. Here's Anderson. We're almost on the hour mark. We're going to get an update from Russ in just a few moments' time. The ball is over the top there to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi checks inside away from Diaz. And here's Anderson, lifts the ball over the top, looking for Morgan Gibbs-White. Comfortably won there by Gvardiol and cleared away by Mateus Nunes. So with that in mind, let's go and get an update from Russ Vernon. Perhaps tell us about that VAR.
Yes, Paul, it was a brilliant effort from Trent Alexander-Arnold from just inside the penalty area, blocked by the chest of Kevin Danzo, not giving them more. Salah went down under the challenge of Destiny Udogie. No real contact from the Spurs defender and not worthy of a penalty for me. VAR did check it and also agreed, but Liverpool fans and players weren't happy that it wasn't given, as Liverpool are on the attack at the moment, with Ryan Gravenberch who lines up a shot, saved well by Vicario in the Spurs goal. 61 minutes gone here, which is Liverpool 3, Tottenham 1. Liverpool closing in now on getting the Premier League title. 3-1 up their lead.
Ball is back with Stefan Ortega. And turning away here is Jack Grealish. Grealish sends the ball out to the left-hand side to Omar Mamouche, but that's a good challenge by Zach Abbott, who's performed admirably today in his position. It's been a huge challenge for him to come into this game today, but he's performed admirably today for Nottingham Forest. Here's number 20, Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. Out wide to Omar Mamouche again. Sent back to Bernardo Silva. Can he get the cross in? Bernardo Silva. He does, and it's headed behind by Murillo with Savinho checking in right behind him. And it's going to be a corner for Manchester City. Daryl Gattora says City should play defensive and waste time. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see time wasting or anything like that. We want to. We want a good, exciting football match. At the moment, City are not wasting any time. They're playing good football. The corner is going to be taken on the far side. And it's going to be whipped in, I think, I think it's Bernardo Silva there who swings the cross in. The heads go up. It's just flicked on by Milenkovic. Only as far as Omar Mamouche. Mamouche checking inside the penalty area, up to the edge of the box to Grealish. Back to Mamouche. Can he try to get a shot away? Mamouche, he does. It's just over the crossbar. But actually, Matt Sells appears to have gotten a touch on that. Omar Mamouche, it's a really good save by Matt Sells, actually, making that save. There's been a goal at Anfield. We're going to go to Rush shortly. We've got a corner here first. And that was a really good save from Matt Sells. And it's Omar Mamouche now with the corner. And City looking for a third themselves. Here's Jack Grealish, back to Omar Mamouche inside the penalty area. Can he get the cross in? It's whipped in! Matt Sells drops it! And it's finally cleared away and out of play for a throw-in to Manchester City. Ross, do you want to update us with that goal, please?
I will do, Paul, and his title mode is really up for Liverpool. Liverpool 4, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Alexis McAllister won the ball back on the edge of his own penalty area. He fed in Dominic Szoboszlai, who rolled it on to the Egyptian king, the calling in this part of the world, Mohamed Salah, who cut in field and unleashed a shot into the bottom corner beyond Vicario in the Spurs goal. Liverpool 4, Spurs 1 now, and Mo Salah grabbed a phone of one of the fans behind the net and took a couple of selfies on his person's phone with the Liverpool fans there as well. What a moment for Mo Salah and for Liverpool. Liverpool 4, Tottenham 1.
Here's Mamouche now for Manchester City. Back to the edge of the area to Jack Grealish. Grealish back to Mamouche. City looking for a third to kill this game off. Back to Mamouche. Oh, it's a good challenge that time. And away goes Anthony Elanga for Nottingham Forest. And the ball is played forward to Chris Wood. Chris Wood will just hold the ball up and wait for some support. Here's Elanga. Elanga's got Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side. He tries to get the cross in. Elanga to Gibbs-White! Oh, he rattles the crossbar, does Gibbs-White. Oh, how unlucky. What an effort by Morgan Gibbs-White. City coming forward with Kovacic now. Oh, that was a brilliant effort by Gibbs-White. There's a foul in as City were breaking away. But let's have a look at this. Sweetly on the volley by Gibbs-White. Ortega, no chance. Rattled the crossbar. And had that gone in, we would have had a game on our hands here. But look at that. You could see the net shake with that shot. Got everything behind that. Unlucky Morgan Gibbs-White. So he's picked up a yellow card as well, Gibbs-White, for one reason or another, which I'm not exactly sure what for. But he has picked up the yellow card. Whether it was something he said to the official. And now, here is the number 24, Josko Gvardiol. Gvardiol back there to Morgan Gibbs-White, and here is Milenkovic. Really good pass to Elliot Anderson. Anderson shrugs off Bernardo Silva. It's back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Swings the cross in. It's headed out there by Diaz and cleared away and out of play. And it's going to be another throw-in. There's been a big chance at Liverpool. Let's go over there. See, there's all this throw-in is virtually on the halfway line. Go ahead, Russ.
Yes, and it should have been goal number 5 for Liverpool. Mo Salah broke downfield brilliantly. Did of Szoboszlai rolled it up, who managed to get on into the penalty, managed to force an effort, and a fantastic save from Vicario. Come back out towards Gaffer, whose effort went wide as well, and then there's been a long range effort while we were over there from Virgil van Dijk from long range, just wide of the post. It's Liverpool 4, Spurs 1. Liverpool are in title winning mode now.
Thank you very much. We've just seen Elliot Anderson's shot just go wide. Daryl Gatora says 3-0 if this play continues. Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says Liverpool have done it now. I would agree with you there. Certainly, I think so. Definitely been one of those type of days, I think, for Liverpool. They are going to win the title today. It'll be their 20th league title for Liverpool in their history. Jack Grealish tries to flick the ball on, but it's cleared out of play there. And we're going to see a double substitution here for Nottingham Forest. We're going to see Ibrahim Sangara and Taiwo Awoniyi. So we're going to see some changes here. Taiwo Awoniyi, Nigerian hitman, and Ibrahim Sangara, also I think from the Ivory Coast. And now here is Manchester City with Bernardo Silva. Be interesting to see when those changes happen, who they are. I imagine one of them is for Chris Wood, of course. Here's Nicholas Dominguez. The ball is out wide to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Forward to Harry Toffolo. Toffolo swings the ball in, looking for Chris Wood, but it's plucked out of the air by Stefan Ortega. And Ortega releases the ball as we approach 22 minutes left in this one. And at the moment, it's looking more and more likely that Manchester City will be returning here for the FA Cup final, as the ball is with Bernardo Silva. City, I think, also making a substitution. They've got somebody over there on the touchline. I can't quite see who it is from here. But they're also making a substitution, so I'll try and update you with that just as best as I can. Goes back to Ortega, who gives the ball to Ruben Diaz. And here is Josko Gvardiol. Oh, there's a real chance now! Oh, Morgan Gibbs-White! Oh, he hits the post! What a chance for Morgan Gibbs-White! A terrible giveaway there by Manchester City in their own penalty area. Morgan Gibbs-White nips around the goalkeeper. It was a tight angle, but he really should have scored. He only manages to hit the other post. And oh, how different this game could have been. And here's Josko Gvardiol. Out wide to Omar Mamouche. And here is the number 10 for Manchester City, Jack Grealish. He goes down under the challenge of Murillo. Look at this, the giveaway from Gvardiol. It's a terrible pass, or I should say terrible giveaway, because it came off Nicholas Dominguez. Oh, that should have been 1-1. Oh, the frustrated look on Morgan Gibbs-White. That should have been 1-1. Nuno knows it. Morgan Gibbs-White knows it. And Chris Wood, of course, is one of those ones coming off. I think coming on for Manchester City, incidentally, is the number 19 Ilkay Gundogan. Elliot Anderson is the other substitute for Nottingham Forest. So Jack Grealish is coming off for Ilkay Gundogan. So Gundogan is coming on. Grealish is coming off. I suspect that Manchester City will be, Nottingham Forest will be glad to see the back of him. But at the same time, they have to face Ilkay Gundogan. So it's that's can be sometimes pretty demoralising for a team. You get rid of one superstar and you get another. But this is the third change for Nottingham Forest. I'll just run through those changes. So it is coming off for Forest is Elliot Anderson and Chris Wood, and on is Taiwo Awonyi and Ibrahim Sangara. So they have made the changes for Forest, and of course Jack Grealish, Ilkay Gundogan for City. Those are your substitutions. There has been another goal at Anfield. Ross.
Yes, and the day has just got even worse for Tottenham Hotspur. It is Liverpool 5, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and it's got even worse for their fullback, Destiny Udogie, who pumped the ball into the back of his own net after brilliant play down the left from Liverpool, and it was a fantastic ball across. And Salah was going to be in there at the back post attacking anyway, but Udogie got there first and put it past Vicario. Bad day at the office for Spurs. They've conceded 15 goals this season, out of open play goals, that is, and it's gone from bad to worse after a good start. It is now Liverpool 5, Tottenham Hotspur 1. No way back for Spurs now.
Thank you, Ross. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The wheels have fallen. Not just the wheels have fallen off. The doors, the mirrors, everything. That whole Spurs boss is collapsing. Here's Gundogan. Across there, chance for Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly skips in, breaks loose of Savinio. Can O'Reilly score? Oh, it's blocked. And that's a good block by Zach Abbott. And O'Reilly coming so close to adding an FA Cup semi-final goal there. O'Reilly cut inside, the shot was blocked. Came back to O'Reilly. It's a good block by Zach Abbott. And, well, it's another corner for Manchester City, as we have we have a 5-1 at Anfield, and it's a corner to corner to Manchester City. It's going to be taken by Ilkay Gundogan. Taking his time here. He's going to swing the corner in now. Headed up into the air there. Again by Dominguez, and out wide now to Omar Mamouche as City continue pressing forward. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan holds the ball up, back to Mamouche. Mamouche getting into the penalty area now. Omar Mamouche flicks it back to Gundogan. That was a really smart bit of play. Back to Kovacic. Kovacic to Gundogan. Time ticking down for Forest. It's almost over here, really. And here is Gundogan. Plays the ball across. Bernardo Silva. Mateus Nunes. And it's Nunes again. Back to Kovacic. Kovacic drops the ball back into his own half to Diaz, and across there to Gavardio. Gives the ball back there to Kovacic. Kovacic, super ball out wide to Savinio. Out onto the right-hand side. Savinio getting in the penalty area now. Tries to get the cross in Savinio. There's nobody there. Picked up on the left-hand side by Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan plays the ball back there to Omar Mamouche, back to Bernardo Silva. 15 minutes to go, and City well in control here at Wembley Stadium. FA Cup semi-final, it's looking like the Citizens are going to go on to play the Eagles of Crystal Palace in the final. A game you'll be able to hear live on the commentary hub of the FA Cup final, as already some of those Nottingham Forest fans have started to leave up in that upper tier of Wembley Stadium. And well, for Nottingham Forest, it's been a sobering afternoon as Dominguez plays the ball back to Murillo. Murillo again. Toffolo forward looking here for for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi cuts inside, swings across in. It's too close to the goalkeeper, Stefan Ortega, and he releases the ball to Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly drops the ball back to Gundogan. Gundogan just holds the ball up. Players stopped at Anfield. Ross, what's going on?
Yes, the Liverpool fans, as they've just took off Luis Diaz for Harvey Elliott, have just thrown on quite a lot of balloons from the stands, and the balloons will not pop. We're now back underway with a couple of balloons on the pitch, still floating around the stadium. There's even more balloons and a yellow trophy, inflatable trophy floating around the pitch now. But play's back underway now, Paul, and there's quite a lot of fans in the surrounding areas of Anfield, outside the stadium, ready to party as soon as the final whistle goes at Anfield as well. Liverpool fans are in party mode, 5-1 up at Anfield.
Yeah, that one's all said and done, isn't it? Here is Gvardiol out wide to Omar Mamouche. Mamouche drops the ball back. Daryl Guitarra says Nottingham fans have surrendered. I think so too. I think most of them have accepted that their fate for this afternoon. Morgan Gibbs-White. They've had a couple of chances though. The ball is played long over to Anthony Elanga as the official's flag goes up on the far side. A foul by Nico O'Reilly on Anthony Elanga. And I have to say, a yellow card for Nico O'Reilly. I have to say, they've had this game could have very well have been different had they taken some of the chances that they had. Certainly Morgan Gibbs-White with his chance, and Anthony Elanga with his chance as well. Yellow card for Nico O'Reilly. It's a free kick to Nottingham Forest down that right hand side, and it's going to be taken by Anthony Elanga. A goal back now might make things very interesting still. There's 12 minutes to go. Anthony Elanga with a free kick for Forest. It's swung in down that right hand side. Head goal up in the air. Anthony Elanga tries to bring the ball under control, but it's won back by Mamouche. Cleared away there by Gundogan, only as far as Zach Abbott. Players stopped again apparently at Anfield because of the balloons. There's a double substitution being ready to be made here at Wembley as well for Manchester City, as they're looking to see that game out. So it looks like there might be some stoppage time delaying the celebrations at Anfield. Here's Zach Abbott. Back to Milenkovic, as Forest also preparing their final two substitutions. So I'm just going to have to pay very close attention here. Here is Anthony Elanga now. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, it's a super ball out wide to Anthony Elanga. Elanga just cutting towards the byline, gets the cross in, and it comes to the back post. It's blocked. Oh, it hits the post again, this time off Taylor Wanyi. The cross coming in, and it's Gibbs-White again with the header, and it's a good save. Oh, that's the third time that Nottingham Forest have hit the woodwork. And now here is Savino for, Omar Mamouche now for City. Omar Mamouche, can he get inside Milenkovic? No, that is really good piece of defending. Well, when it's not your day, it's not your day. 3 times Nottingham Forest have hit the woodwork, and 3 times they have been denied a goal, as this one just coming off Taiwo Awonyi. I'm not sure he knew too much about it, but how close there was Nottingham Forest. And then a good save from Stefan Ortega, denying Morgan Gibbs-White. And Forest fans, well, Taiwo Awonyi just looks on aghast. He can't believe it. The Phil Foden is coming on, and so is Jeremy Doku for City. So I'm going to get these substitutions for you in a moment, because this is confusing to me. 81, Phil Foden and Jeremy Doku. And we're just going to see who's making where. Looks like Omar Mamouche is one. So we're going to get the update now in a moment. We'll just see who it is as we take a look at Rico Lewis's first goal. And I'm just going to get these substitutions nailed down for you here. So it's Savino and Omar Mamouche who is making the way off for Manchester City. Savino and Omar Mamouche. Nottingham Forest also making a couple of substitutions. Jota Silva has come on for Dominguez. Zach Abbott is also going off. It looks like he's picked up an injury. How unfortunate for the young man. He has done very, very well today. And Dominguez comes off for Jota Silva. And coming on also for Nottingham Forest is Ramon Sosa. So we'll just take a look. He's come on for Zach Abbott, of course. So Dominguez and Abbott are off, and on is Ramon Sosa and Jota Silva. So on the other side, Omar Mamouche and Savinio are off for Phil Foden and Jeremy Doku. So those are all the substitutes. Got you up to date there. Here is Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku tries to get to the byline to get the cross in. And it goes out of play. Off Jota Silva. Sub for Liverpool. We're going to get Russ's thoughts on that in a moment. It's Nico O'Reilly. It's going to take the throw in here down the left-hand side, level with the 6-yard box for Manchester City. Throws it to Doku. Trying to win that ball again is Jota Silva. Once again, puts it out of play for a City throw-in, almost by the Forest corner flag. As I'll prepare my player of the match, or man of the match today. And there's a few names I have in mind. Nico O'Reilly is one of them, and he's still fighting down that left-hand side before it's cleared away by Jota Silva. Headed down there by Bernardo Silva. Cleared into the Manchester City half as it's cleared into the Forest, cleared out of play, level with the Forest penalty area. It's going to be a throw-in for Forest. Ross, why don't you tell us about the substitute?
Yes, in this, Alexis McAllister, who's gone off, he scored the second of the Liverpool goals to get Liverpool in front in this match. He's been replaced by Darwin Núñez, who's come on. Excuse me. McAllister has had a brilliant reception from all sides of the ground where the Liverpool fans are housed this afternoon. 5-1 up, and an important one. My play of the match, I might as well give it right now while I'm here, Paul. I'm going to give it to Mohamed Salah. Fantastic performance from Liverpool, and the Egyptian man who's on the possession now. It's the penalty, almost a sixth for Liverpool as he tried to pick out Darwin Núñez. Brilliant piece of defending there by Kevin Danzo, who managed to get a block in there. It's still Liverpool 5, Tottenham 1, with 5 minutes left to play.
Thank you very much. As a free kick for Manchester City, as the City fans in party mode themselves right now, are ready to go to the FA Cup final. As it looks like that's the way it's going to be now. Forest, well, they've hit the post three times, and to be honest with you, it's just not your day when that happens. And you're just seeing that really from Forest's perspective now, as the ball is long, looking for Ramon Sosa down that right-hand side. Ramon Sosa challenging for it. It's good work by him. He goes down under the challenge of Nico O'Reilly. Referee says play on, and Nico O'Reilly plays it off Ramon Sosa and behind for a goal kick. The FA Cup final, of course, on the 17th of May. Join us for that one. We'll have that game for you as it's now looking like it's going to be Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. 4 minutes remaining in this game. And, well, Nuno Espirito Santo just instructing his players here as the Nottingham Forest faithful. Well, they're going to go back to Nottingham. It's still been an amazing season for the Reds. They are within a fighting chance of a Champions League place. Nobody could have predicted that at the start of the season. And to get a cup semi-final place as well. It really has been an amazing season. Stefan Ortega has received a yellow card, presumably for time wasting. Daryl Guitarra says, Crystal Palace, you are next. As Stefan Ortega's yellow card just confirmed there. As the cross coming in, it's headed out by Ruben Diaz. And Manchester City coming forward with Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan over the halfway line to Doku. Doku drops the ball back here to Kovacic. O'Reilly. And going down there is Jeremy Doku. And Kovacic plays the ball forward to... it's a poor ball by Bernardo Silva. And now Forest coming forward. The ball is looking for Anthony Elanga from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Anthony Elanga holds the ball up, gives the ball back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. And it's Morgan Gibbs-White, plays the ball into the middle, cleared out by Ruben Diaz. The next stoppage of play, I'm going to give you the man of the match. For the time being here, it's Savinho. Savinho goes down under the challenge. It's going to be a free kick given by Michael Oliver. So today's man of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Manchester City's Savinho. Savinho has played his part in both goals. His play down the right hand side has been a constant threat to Harry Toffolo and the Nottingham Forest defence. So today's man of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Manchester City's number 26, Savinho. As a final substitution now for Manchester City. Kovacic goes off. And just seeing who's coming on there. Kovacic is off. And I think it's Nico Gonzalez. Yes, Nico Gonzalez has come on. So Kovacic now makes way. He himself has had a really good game today. And he is off for Nico Gonzalez. That makes 5 substitutes for Manchester City. It's definitely been what I would say a very interesting game, particularly from the perspective of Manchester City and the way that they've set about their play today. Nottingham Forest, it could have been such a different game. Forest can take much from the game as well. They can count themselves quite unlucky. The ball is played forward. Chasing it down is Morgan Gibbs-White, but Ruben Diaz just gets across and wins that challenge. We're going to find out how much stoppage time is at the end of the game. I would suspect about 5 or 6 minutes. Here is Harry Toffolo, tries to play the ball forward. It's won back by Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis just plays the ball towards, looking for Jeremy Doku. It's headed back to the goalkeeper by Jota Silva. Daryl Gutara says, see you on the 17th. Media, radio, jingles and gaming says, well, unless late drama occurs, the FA Cup finalists will be Crystal Palace and Manchester City. I think so as well. The ball is played into the penalty area. 4 minutes added on at Anfield. We've got also 4 minutes added on here. And so we should expect to finish around about the same time as what's going on in Anfield. And would you like to give us an overall summary of the game, Ross, from your perspective at Anfield?
Yes, Paul, is still just going into the first minute, coming into the first minute of stoppage time. Here is Liverpool 5, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and it's been one-sided ever since the equalising goal for Liverpool. The goal scorers all started off when Dominic Solanke put Tottenham in front on just 12 minutes through an header from a corner taken by James Maddison. Luis Diaz equalised just 4 minutes later after after a brilliant ball across, and was there to tap it home from close range. Alexis McAllister then fired in an effort from the edge of the penalty area straight into the room for the net. Gakpo then finished off a wonderful move to make it 3-1. Salah then got on the score sheet with a fantastic strike to make it 4. Yesterday, Dougie put it through his own net in 69 minutes to make it 5-1. That's the way I said Liverpool are well on top and well in control of this game. They're going to be winning the title today. Thanks to the performance from the Red Men as Salah picks up the ball and sends Darwin Núñez away. Liverpool are not done yet, Paul. The one in the safe. Darwin Núñez shot is blocked by Danzo and behind for a corner. Going into the second minute of stoppage time is Liverpool 5, Tottenham 1.
Thank you, Russ. Corner for Nottingham Forest. It's going to be taken by Anthony Elanga. He's looking to outswitch this. There's 2 minutes left of stoppage time in this one. We're with you now until the end. It's crossed in by Elanga and the header is on. And it looks like it came off Jota Silva. Jota Silva is saying it came off a City player last. We're not exactly, it's going to be, the corner has been given. And Anthony Elanga again is going to outswing this one. Outswing again by Elanga. The head's goal. He misses everybody. Goes as far as Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi holds up the ball. He swings the ball in. Oh, and nipping in there is Gundogan with the header to make the save and headed back to the goalkeeper there by Ruben Diaz. And Doku is now away for Manchester City. Doku checks inside, and that's going to be a free kick, and a foul by Jota Silva is going to get him the yellow card, as we are in the last minute of stoppage time at the end of this game, and a free kick for Manchester City, with this game essentially done and dusted. It's actually Ramon Sosa that's got the yellow card, not Jota Silva. So Ramon Sosa picks up the yellow card, and the free kick for Manchester City is on the corner of the penalty area on the left-hand side. And here is Gundogan. Gundogan tries to play the ball back to Doku. It's blocked by Jota Silva. We've almost played the full 4 minutes here. We're almost done. It is Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly throws the ball, looking for Doku again. Once again, Jota Silva heads the ball out of play. As we have played now the 4 minutes. Nico O'Reilly throwing one more time as he drops it down there, looking for Doku. That's full time, and Manchester City go through to the FA Cup final. And well, it's hardly surprising. Manchester City dominated much of this game, but oh, how it could have been so different had Nottingham Forest been able to take those chances that they had. It finishes here, Manchester City 2, Nottingham Forest 0. The goals for Manchester City coming from Rico Lewis and Josko Gvardiol, as City celebrate to return to Wembley on the 17th of May to take on Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final. The Nottingham Forest players on their knees, dejected, but they can be proud of the season that they have had so far. We're still something to fight for in the Champions League. Russ, why don't you give me some idea about what the atmosphere is like at Anfield right now that they're league champions?
Yes, and full-time score at Anfield is Liverpool 5, Tottenham Hotspur 1. And I can tell you, that means Liverpool are Premier League champions 2024-2025. The party mode is well and truly started now. Alisson is in tears on the pitch right now, hugging his teammates, Arne Slot shaking hands with Bergvall, hugging Gravenberch and Robertson. The party mode is well and truly begun now at Anfield. Liverpool are Premier League champions again. They won it 5 years ago. They've won it again tonight and won it again 5 years on. Liverpool Premier League champions again, and the party mode well and truly underway. It started after the second goal went in, really, Paul, here at Anfield. Liverpool fans have just been in party mode all afternoon, even before the game had kicked off. He slumped a little bit after they took the lead, Spurs, through Dominic Solanke, but Liverpool stormed to victory in the end with a 5-1 victory over Spurs this afternoon, and are now Premier League champions for 2024-2025. Arne Slot came in last summer in place of Jurgen Klopp, who left Anfield. Everyone thought that would be the Liverpool would have to be still coming down to the league and working their way back up on Arne Slot. That didn't happen. They continued and they went one step further than last season, and they're now Premier League champions for 2024-2025. Liverpool are your Premier League champions. In the FA Cup, as Paul Riley mentioned, Man City against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final on Saturday 17th of May 2025. Who will come out on top in that one? Winning the Premier League this season. Liverpool are Premier League champions. As the Liverpool fans, even those who weren't in the matchday squad today, gone in front of the Kop end, dancing. Even some have gone inside the actual net and dancing in there. They're dancing with the fans. It's party mode now. Kevin Keller there on the bench today. He didn't come on. He's been in party mode tonight. All of the team out there in party mode. Slot and his coaching staff going across to the fans as well now. He's just got one big atmosphere here at Anfield now. Liverpool Premier League champions after beating Tottenham Hotspur by 5-1. Well, Paul, just give us your overall thoughts on the FA Cup semi-final between Manchester City, Nottingham Forest and Manchester City. Man City deserved winners in your opinion in the end?
You can't argue with the result. They took their chances. They did very, very well. I have to say that it could have been a very different result today. With the 3 times that Nottingham Forest hit the woodwork, could have been a very different result. The chance that Anthony Elanga had, but when you don't take your chances, you don't win. We know that in football. And City took their chances. They're going to go to the FA Cup final on May the 17th.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. Is the party atmosphere is continuing here at Anfield. Let me just run you through the results from this weekend thus far in the Premier League, shall we? And give you what it means for the Premier League title. Some games played in midweek in the Premier League this due to the FA Cup semi-finals. But we'll give you the latest round of Premier League results for you on what's been a fantastic game and a fantastic moment in the Premier League season this season. Let's bring you through the latest round of results in the Premier League then for this weekend round of results. Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 1 from Tuesday evening. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2 from Wednesday evening. Yesterday it finished Brighton 3, West Ham 2, Chelsea 1, Everton 0. Newcastle 3, Ipswich Town 0. Ipswich Town confirmed as relegated from the Premier League. Southampton 1, Fulham 2, and Wolves 3, Leicester 0 yesterday. And today, Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 1, and Liverpool 5. Tottenham Hotspurs 1, Liverpool Premier League champions this season. So let me run you through what that means for the table after the latest round of fixtures this afternoon. Starting off at the bottom 3, Southampton at the bottom on 11 points, Leicester in 19th on 18 points, Ipswich on 21 points, they're sitting in 18th place. West Ham just outside the relegation zone, they're stopping up, they're on 36 points. Tottenham, who Liverpool thumped 5-1 today, they're in 16th on 37 points. Everton at 15th on 38 points. Manchester United, after their 1-1 draw with Bournemouth earlier today, are in 14th on 39 points. Wolves are up to 13th after their win yesterday on 41 points. Crystal Palace in FA Cup action this weekend and through to the FA Cup final. They're sitting in 12th after their point against Arsenal in midweek. Brentford are in 11th on 46 points. Bournemouth have dropped down to 10th on 50 points despite drawing 1-1 with Manchester United earlier today. Brighton up to 9th on 51 points. Fulham up to 8th on 51 points as well. Aston Villa FA Cup semi-finalists, they're in 7th on 57 points. Nottingham Forest have just had lost in the FA Cup. They're in 6th in the Premier League, 60 points for them. Chelsea moved above them, also on 60 points, level on points, but above them on goal difference. Man City are in 4th on 61 points. Newcastle in 3rd on 62 points. Arsenal 2nd on 67. And the champions Liverpool are top of the table on 82 points. 25 victories, 7 draws, 2 defeats for the Reds from 34 games. 80 goals scored, 32 conceded, a plus 48 goal difference. Up next for Liverpool is Chelsea, and that's much likely to be a very big game, and Liverpool will probably end up winning that one as well if they play like they did today, because they were absolutely outstanding in the Premier League this afternoon. That's next Sunday at 4:30 in the Premier League. Make sure you tune in for that one next week. Just one final thing for me to say: congratulations to Liverpool as well on their Premier League title this afternoon. Also, congratulations to Nottingham Forest, who made it through to the semi-finals, but beaten in the semi-finals by Manchester City, who are through to the FA Cup final to face Crystal Palace on the 17th of May. Liverpool are Premier League champions. So without further ado, thank you very much for this excellent coverage this afternoon from Paul James for his excellent commentary. Thank you to you, the listeners, for listening to our coverage today as well. Liverpool Premier League champions. FA Cup final is Crystal Palace versus Manchester City on 17th of May. Who will come out on top in that one? Tune in to find out with us then. But from myself, Russ, from Paul, from all the team who you've listened to this season so far, thank you to our coverage. If you're new, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss a match when we are on air. We're full time in the FA Cup. Nottingham Forest 0, Man City 2, and in the Premier League, Liverpool 5, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Liverpool are still in party mode as you never walk alone. Rings around Anfield right now as they get ready to continue to celebrate with the fans for winning the title this season. Full time at Anfield, Liverpool 5, Tottenham 1, and in the FA Cup match you've listened to this afternoon, Nottingham Forest 0, Man City 2. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye for now.